Step into the heart of ancient Rome, where power and spectacle intertwine beneath the shadow of the Colosseum. Imagine a city at its zenith, teeming with life, brimming with ambition, and ruled by an emperor whose vision stretches across continents. Amid the grandeur and glory, a quiet revolution stirs in the shadows, challenging the very foundations of authority. This is the story of conviction, courage, and the clash of worlds, where faith meets empire and history is forever changed. In the year 107 AD, Emperor Trajan hosts an extravagant sequence of games. With Trajan at the helm, Rome stands unrivaled, expansive, prosperous, and sophisticated, and Trajan himself embodies the vigor, achievement, and refinement of this remarkable civilization. During his reign, the empire reaches its largest size ever, spanning 2 million square miles. From Britannia in the west to Syria in the east, Rome's 50 million inhabitants practice a multitude of religions and worship a variety of gods. Yet, beneath the surface, a particular underground faith is beginning to gather strength. Christianity is steadily increasing in followers, evolving from a tiny sect centered in Jerusalem to a movement that now stretches across the empire. O Lord, shield our brother Ignatius from those who seek him harm. Christians. Witnessing their priests devoured by lions, some believe Christians will abandon their faith and embrace Roman deities. The Romans perceive Christianity as a danger, threatening to disrupt their established notions of power and governance. A leading Christian figure is brought to Rome to face execution, likely in the city's grand amphitheater. Ignatius of Antioch becomes the focus of Trajan's wrath. Arrested and transported to Rome, he is condemned to die by being thrown to lions, probably in the Colosseum. Disrespect towards the emperor and the state is seen as treason, punishable by death. Public executions serve as grim lessons for all who witness them. Persisting in Christian faith is considered a capital crime, a death sentence. But this execution is anything but ordinary. Ignatius fully expects a violent end, yet he accepts this fate, aspiring to emulate Christ's sacrifice. He is prepared to perish as Jesus did, embracing martyrdom. As he journeys toward Rome, Ignatius pens 7 letters, providing us with insight into his identity. These writings offer first-hand perspectives on his experiences, his emotions, and the significance he attaches to his fate. Above, the crowd roars. Below, darkness and suffocating heat prevail. It is difficult to imagine a more dreadful setting. Hundreds, possibly 1,000 people, along with numerous animals, would have been packed into the hypogeum. One can only picture Ignatius's situation, facing the question of whether he will meet his death with dignity or become another gruesome casualty on the Colosseum floor. People of Rome, witness the punishment of the most notorious offenders and behold the might of the empire. The Roman legal system was deeply influenced by social status. Those of high rank could expect a swift and relatively painless death. On the other hand, individuals of lower status or slaves faced brutal executions. Hence, the phrase, thrown to the lions. While today it is used metaphorically, in ancient Rome it was a literal fate. People were actually cast into the arena with lions. Romans believed that seeing their priests torn apart would cause Christians to abandon their faith for Roman gods. Thanks to Ignatius's letters, we can delve into his thoughts. On the fires, the cross, the swarms of wild beasts. To the Roman mind, the phenomenon of Christian martyrdom was a profound mystery. They struggled to comprehend the joy visible on the faces of martyrs in the arena. The devil's cruelest tortures. Ignatius expresses a desire to be torn apart by wild beasts, to be ground like wheat between a lion's jaws. His language is intense and uncompromising. There is a genuine longing for suffering, for death. The dislocation of my bones, the severing of my limbs. He realizes that dying as a martyr will do more to spread the Christian message than preaching ever could. When spectators witness a martyr's calm acceptance of death, they wonder about his beliefs. Upon discovering the truth, Christianity begins to spread. The Romans intended to use Ignatius as a warning. Instead, their plan was about to backfire spectacularly. Numerous tales tell of Christians facing wild beasts, only for the animals to lie peacefully at their feet. Who can resist the image of a lion expected to maul, instead rolling over for a gentle pat? Ignatius remained steadfast in his faith, even unto death. What? Because of his unwavering conviction. This must have left the Romans in awe. As you reflect on Ignatius's unwavering faith and the extraordinary courage of those who stood firm in the face of unimaginable adversity, ask yourself, what convictions would you be willing to defend, no matter the cost? How might the power of a single voice or a single act of bravery inspire change in your own world? If these questions resonate with you, don't let the conversation end here. Like, share, and invite others to explore these powerful stories with us. Your engagement helps keep these lessons from history alive and relevant today.